Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast with your hosts, Tony Caselnova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com and Parkhopper John from WDWParkhoppers.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
We know that coming to Walt Disney World can be very overwhelming with all the fast passes, the dining reservations. Even getting from attraction to attraction can be extremely overwhelming. But we've got a friend that can help you make your next trip to Walt Disney World even more magical. It's Ramon and Theme Park Concierges. You can visit themeparkconcierges.com or call them at 407-257-9973. Ramon and his amazing team of VIP concierges will take care of you from the moment you arrive at the park until the moment you go back to your resort. They can take care of you for a 4-hour time slot or a full day. It all depends on what you need. They can take care of your dining reservations, your fast passes, and even make sure that you find even more magic hidden in the Disney parks. Well, contact our friends, themeparkconcierges.com, or call 407-257-9973 and tell them your friends over at the Disney Parks Podcast sent you.
And now, Disney Parks Podcast News.
Hey guys, if you're over at Disney California Adventure, Cars Land Breakfast Rally add-on event is in the works. The Disneyland Resort is toying with the idea of an add-on breakfast event at Cars Land over at California Adventure. The Cars Land Breakfast Rally would potentially, maybe, possibly, if we do it, take place 1 hour before park open and allow a limited number of guests, 6, 5, 12, 2, 1, 4,612. We don't know.
25,000.
We're throwing up ideas. It's we're throwing spaghetti on the wall. That number of guests, 60 minutes or more or less, to enjoy Radiator Springs Racers, Luigi's Rollickin' Roadsters, and Mater's Junkyard with little to no wait, maybe.
I would do this.
The package would include breakfast at Flo's V8 Cafe. Holy crap. They're hedging their bets like beasts on this one. If the event ends up getting final approval or not, we don't know. We're not committing.
Right.
Our lawyers have told us it may or may not happen.
Right.
It will begin maybe sometime, if we're thinking about it, this summer, potentially.
Could be.
The cost is projected, maybe, don't quote us on this, around the $69 mark for adults, and around, don't hold us to this, we're spitballing here, $59 for children.
So, literally, they're saying pancakes will cost you $69.
Potentially, maybe.
And you could get some extra, get an hour of attractions.
Yeah. Is anybody going to actually eat? I would think everybody would run and ride the rides.
Yeah. I would go on Radiator Springs.
Ride Radiator Springs 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. And then then on my way out, when they said like that's over, I'd go grab my sandwich then, or whatever.
Do you have any leftovers?
Yeah.
I'll take a cold flapjack and a hash brown.
I would order and just put it there and say, "I'll be back for this."
Oh yeah, yeah, they'll keep that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's almost like going to Cinderella's Royal Table, or oh god, Winnie the Pooh's place, Glass. The other restaurant.
Crystal Palace.
Yeah, Crystal Palace.
Or
for
Acre
breakfast.
Shoes.
Yeah.
Or Acre Shoes
for breakfast.
But there's nothing open when you go to the Acre Shoes.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. I'd like to see what they actually do. About the do.
Potentially, maybe, kind of. Don't quote us on that. We're just spitballing.
Yeah. All right, so over at Disneyland Paris, the renovation of the Tower of Terror there is not going to include a Mission Breakout overhaul.
Oh, you thought you were going to get it. Almost had that dollar.
Yeah.
Almost had it.
So after months of speculation, the fate of the Disneyland Paris Resort's Tower of Terror sources state that the expected retheming of the ride to the Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, such a short title, has been shelved in favor of a more subtle renovation and retheming, including rumored removal of any connection to the Twilight Zone franchise. I think they're done paying CBS for this theme.
Unbelievable, kids.
The ride is expected to see scaffolding going up on May 21st, with the themed tarp covering the exterior while work takes place, and it is estimated for the work to continue through March of 2019.
Wow.
Although the attraction will not fully close, details about the new storyline are very unclear, with rumors that the Walt Disney Company license on the Tower Zone, Twilight Zone,
God bless you,
intellectual property is coming to an end, and the company may be choosing not to renew it. They're not going to. I don't think they will. As a result, the two remaining hours being one of them, in Disneyland Paris, may see different storylines change to similar to that of the Hotel High Tower theme at the Disney Seas in Tokyo.
Nice.
Speaking of Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, it was Mark Silverman's birthday last week.
Oh, my good buddy Mark.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, if you're watching this, happy birthday.
Well, I wrote him something. I said, dropping in to say happy birthday in the years of your Twilight.
Oh, nice. Did he respond?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's nice.
The ride first opened in December of 2007. It's consistently one of the most popular rides in Walt Disney World Studio parks. The exterior of the building is often used for the Star Wars theming projected nighttime spectaculars, celebrating the new film release. Star Wars Days in May, as well as the centerpiece for the Season of the Force event that runs annually from January to March. We don't get that anymore. With these shows will continue while the renovation takes place is in doubt. However, the success of these events in the past is likely to find a solution somewhere.
Right.
So it's unclear at this time why the company chose to not retheme the ride to Mission Breakout. I don't think they want to do that to everything. You know.
Yeah. Totally.
They could do different things. They're Imagineers. As recently in the 10-year forecast for the park, Walt Disney Chairman Bob Iger stated that he wanted to heavily implement the Marvel intellectual property into attractions and entertainment at the Walt Disney Studios Park. However, this may only be stage one of some of the long-term plans and attractions at the resort as a whole.
So just clean out all the Tower of Terror stuff.
Yeah.
Just give it a scrub down.
Yeah.
They're broke. That's why they're not spending any money on it. Disneyland Paris is broke.
Yeah. Well, they own a larger piece now.
Yep. So they can do it. They can take it out.
Yeah.
With the money they're saving. On.
But if it's the number one or one of the number one attractions,
yeah, should do something with it.
You maybe leave it as that until you find a better solution.
Well, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question because you would probably know this more than I would. Disneyland, the Tower of Terror Hotel, the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. They could scrub everything from Twilight Zone, and couldn't they just make it the Hollywood Tower of Terror, the Hollywood Hotel Tower of Terror?
Yeah.
They wouldn't have to do very much to it, which is probably, if they're smart, the way they'll go. They recut a video on the front end of it.
Yeah, sure.
On a hot night in, Halloween night.
I'm sure Mark can do a different voice.
Yeah. Or if it's not Mark, somebody else.
And take out the word Twilight Zone.
Right. I don't know if Twilight Zone's even mentioned in the... They have to change the logo at the end. Yeah. Well, I think they could probably do very little and make it work. Just take off
Or make it a hotel.
Yeah.
An actual hotel.
They can't. The whole building is 2 or 3 ride attractions. That's not rooms. There's no rooms there.
That's what bulldozers are for.
Oh, jeez. All right. Understood. So one of the things that we like to talk about here is the streaming service that's coming. We've talked about this before. Industry meetings give details on Disney's streaming service. and the list of content. This is exciting. This is
Right.
something we've all kind of been waiting for. With still over a year to go until Disney's direct-to-consumer streaming service being launched, a few official announcements have been made. Many have been wondering just what media content will be available when it debuts, much like Tony and myself. Deadline has just released a list of upcoming projects for the services, including original movies and TV series, and they report that they've been making the rounds among meetings within the creative community as Disney tries to convey what they expect to launch in fall of 2019. So here is the current slate of film projects according to Deadline. Don Quixote, based off a script by Billy Ray, hopefully not Cyrus. If I was a writer and my name was Billy Ray, I swear to God I would change my name.
Yeah.
No offense. Lady and the Tramp. I'm assuming we're doing a live action Lady and the Tramp now. The Paper Magician, I know nothing of. Stargirl with Julia Hart directing. Togo with Erickson Core directing. Magic Camp, directed by Mark Waters and already in post-production.
Okay.
Noelle, directed by Mark Lawrence, starring Anna Kendrick, big fan. Bill Hader, who has sold his soul to Mickey Mouse.
Yep.
Shirley MacLaine, who is, I don't know, she's crazy. That's already in post-production.
Go ahead. You can say it.
Three Men and a Baby,
Mm-hmm.
a remake.
Yep.
The Sword and the Stone. Timmy Failure with Tom McCarthy somehow involved. He can say the words Timmy and Failure,
Yeah.
so he's involved. Although certainly not a lot of new information. It was once confirmed that an original TV series for the service would include a live-action Star Wars series, a Monsters, Inc. series, High School Musical series, and a live-action Marvel series. Marvel series continue on Netflix and will remain there for the time being. Disney streaming service will only contain content consistent with the Disney brand, so any R-rated media will be relegated to Hulu. The company is aiming to generate 4 or 5 original films for the first year, as well as 5 original series. Now, basing this off the comments we were talking about earlier with the guys doing the Star Wars films, I'm wondering if this is not part of that, because the guys that do Game of Thrones are known for their episodic, deep world building. That would go perfectly here.
Sure.
To do a series of Star Wars movies here, and they could probably certainly lend their hand to the live action series.
Yeah.
Why not?
Definitely. Definitely.
So I've heard rumors about what they're thinking of charging for this.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to come in well under Netflix, like in the $5.99 to $7.99 range.
And what do you get? One show for that?
No, you would get access to all of it on the front end.
I hardly. I can't. I have to see that to believe that.
So here's the thing. Iger said it himself. We are going to come in under the Netflix price. That being said, is it the Netflix with CD or DVD delivery, or just like what I've got, which is a streaming service? Is it
one TV, one SD for that price?
I don't know. Well, for the price that I'm paying, it's unlimited. I use it on my computer. I use it on my Chromebook. I use it on my iPad.
But
Sarah
there's a separate there's a separate fee for the unlimited part. The cheapest one is one screen SD, and then the next one up is unlimited HD.
Yeah.
So that's probably what you're getting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like $8 a month.
Yeah, something like that.
So if Disney can come in $1 under that, and if they put enough old content on there, what I'm thinking is they're gonna get all the diehards like us by putting all the content that's been,
If they put the old content, yeah, I'll sign up.
Yeah, I could care less about the new content.
Yeah, if they put the new content and only the new content,
I would probably be less inclined, unless the new content is so stellar, if it's worth it. Yeah, maybe.
Well, from that short list that you read, I have no reason to go watch anything over there right now.
Anything with Anna Kendrick in, I could probably sit down for at least 10 minutes and watch.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. We know that coming to Walt Disney World can be very overwhelming with all the fast passes, the dining reservations. Even getting from attraction to attraction can be extremely overwhelming. But we've got a friend that can help you make your next trip to Walt Disney World even more magical. It's Ramon and Theme Park Concierges. You can visit themeparkconcierges.com or call them at 407-257-9973. Ramon and his amazing team of VIP concierges will take care of you from the moment you arrive at the park until the moment you go back to your resort. They can take care of you for a 4-hour time slot or a full day. It all depends on what you need. They can take care of your dining reservations, your fast passes, and even make sure that you find even more magic hidden in the Disney parks. Well, contact our friends, themeparkconcierges.com, or call 407-257-9973 and tell them your friends over at the Disney Parks Podcast sent you.
All right, I'm not going to read this whole thing because we've kind of spoke about this a lot recently. But the minivan services, as of today, is now beginning at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campgrounds. So I thought that was actually a pretty good place because not everybody there has a car. They have a camper.
Right.
It's not easy to drive the camper around.
Usually. It's frowned upon in parking spaces.
Yeah. I mean, once you plug it in and park it and you open up all the expandables and, flip up your satellite dish, you don't want to be driving that to the Magic Kingdom every time.
No, you do not.
So I thought this was a great thought. So it's almost at every resort now. We're getting very close to every resort being included.
Yep. Once it hits those value resorts, all bets are off.
Yeah.
We said that last week too. Okay, for those, now here's something that I didn't know was going on, but I seem to remember somebody doing it, so I guess I knew it and forgot it. But guest relations at the Magic Kingdom will no longer charge your mobile device.
Yeah.
It's done, kids. It ended Sunday.
If you didn't bring a charger.
Yep. Beginning on, it's already done. Guests will no longer be able to leave their mobile devices at guest services to be charged. Guests will have the ability to charge their devices at the following locations: Rapunzel's Village, which is the bathroom area; Tomorrowland Light and Power, which is the Space Mountain shop; and then Pete's Silly Sideshow over at Circus. No. Storybook Land. Yeah. Because I always say Storybrooke, which is Once Upon a Time, which is going away. Additionally, portable phone charging system kiosks are available throughout the park where you can purchase a fully charged portable battery. Hint, hint, that's what you're supposed to do in the first place. Once the portable battery runs down, you can either recharge it using USB or return to a kiosk and swap it for a fully charged replacement. The initial, $30?
Yeah, if you actually get it at the airport, it's a little bit cheaper.
Yeah. At Magic Kingdom, park kiosks are located at the following locations: the Space Mountain Shop, Pecos Bills, Big Top Souvenirs, Curtain Call Collectibles, Cosmic Rays, Starlight Cafe, and I think that's it. There's no other places. Now, I wanted to say there was one. I could have swore I saw one in the theater where across from the Italian restaurant, but I could be wrong.
And there's some rogue outlets throughout the park too.
Yeah,
if you can find them.
Yeah.
Sometimes near the bathrooms, there's some outlets. So.
Right.
Okay. In a statement, Disney responded to the Hollywood studio name change rumors going around. I think we're part of this, victims of this. Disney had issued an official statement regarding all of the rumors that have been swirling around the online about Disney's Hollywood studios changing their name. And, quote unquote, in a response to questions we have been receiving, we also want to let fans know that the Disney's Hollywood Studios name will remain the same for the foreseeable future, since we are immersing our guests in a place where imagined worlds of Hollywood unfold around them, from movies and music and television and theater.
Now, with that translation,
y'all
hated the names that we floated, so we're just going to keep it the same.
Yeah, because that list of names that you all had, Cinemagic, whatever, were horrible.
Crap,
Horrible,
total
horrible
crap.
names.
There's only one name on that list that was decent.
Yeah.
And it was Disney's Disney's Hollywood Adventure.
Yeah.
It's the only one.
Yeah.
And I think everybody kind of resonated with that one, and Disney doesn't want to change it. Yeah. So fine, we'll just take our cool names like Cinemagique,
right?
And we'll go take our toys and go home.
Right.
Well, you've got Cinemagique. It's over in Disneyland Paris.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
It's a shame.
Speaking of name changes, this one's been coming for a while. The Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith at Walt Disney World Studios Park. Haha, that's interesting. When you told me about the story, yeah, this is in Paris.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought they were doing it here.
They will.
Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith at Walt Disney Studios Park in Disneyland Paris is going to receive a Marvel transformation. That makes so much more sense now. Popular stories and characters from the Marvel Universe are already becoming incorporated into Disneyland Paris in the form of this summer's Marvel Summer of Superheroes celebration, plus plans for Disney's new hotel, New York, The Art of Marvel. Now it appears that even more superheroes from the Marvel Universe are going to be coming. It was announced at D23 Expo Japan that the Marvel Superhero Universe will be coming to Walt Disney Studios Park at Disneyland Paris, where the Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith will be totally reimagined as a high-speed, hyperkinetic adventure in which guests will team up, dadgummit, I did it again, with their favorite superheroes from the Avengers. So they're going to be with Iron Man and their favorite Avengers.
Right.
So this makes way more sense. When we originally talked about it, in my head I was thinking Hollywood Studios.
Right.
So yeah,
I think it'll
sense.
happen there too.
They're still going to have that problem with the.
I don't think they care anymore.
I don't know, but yeah, I think this will be really cool. So have you ever seen like the ride vehicles or any of the decor from the one at or the pre-movie at the one at Walt Disney Studios?
No.
So we have the stretch limo.
Yeah.
We get the scene where it's the stretch limo thing, you know. Right. Hey, wait, I've got an idea.
Right.
Which we talked about earlier. They have to keep that line in the pre-show.
Right.
Like Thor, wait, I've got an idea.
Yeah.
So the whole thing about the Rock and Roller Coaster in Paris is it's Aerosmith designing a roller coaster.
Okay.
And
that sounds awful.
The cars that you get in are like prototype vehicles. Mm-hmm. So everything looks like you're a crash test roller coaster.
Right.
And I'm literally standing in line. I watched the pre-movie thing, and I'm standing and I'm watching these little crash test dummy cars go around. And I looked at the guy I was in the parks with. I said, I'm not really sure I want a rock band designing a roller coaster.
Right.
And I'm about to get on it. I'm a little nervous, to be really honest with you. But it's cool. It was the same ride. It was awesome.
Right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I think they should do that here too, because
they should. They really
it needs a good update anyway.
They really do need a good update.
Yeah.
Or at least a good cleaning.
Sticking in the Marvel universe a little bit, Guardians of the Galaxy attraction here at Epcot will be one of the world's largest enclosed coasters. Now, we couldn't find information to support this.
Longest.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said largest.
Largest. Okay, longest. We're going to have to do some more digging. With the Guardians of the Galaxy inspired coaster, we're going big. This is Bob Chapek speaking. This is one-of-a-kind family attraction. Will be one of the world's longest enclosed roller coasters when it's added to Future World at Epcot. It will feature a unique story currently being created by Walt Disney Imagineering and include a new, innovative ride system that is guaranteed to wow guests.
Wow.
Yeah. The Guardians of the Galaxy inspired coaster is part of our ongoing work to transform Epcot into a place that's more family friendly, more relevant, more timeless, and more Disney.
More wow.
Yeah. Quote, Bob, as we build upon its core mission of optimism and the hope to inspire the world, the real will become the fantastic, and the fantastic will become the real. In a whole new way at Epcot, Bob says. You are guardians.
The real will become the fantastic. The fantastic will become the real.
Yeah. Did he do that with his jazz hands?
Probably.
The attraction will be open in time for the 50th for 2021. Add another one to the list, 2021 list.
Just making sure we knock on wood for that to happen.
Yeah.
A lot of things have to happen on those dates. A lot of wet paint is going to be happening that day.
They're going to be slapping.
Jeez. It's going to be a long night that night.
Yeah, that week. I hope Imagineering doesn't plan on sleeping that week.
Yeah, go ahead and sleep up now because you're not going to get it next day in 2021.
Yeah, so I'm excited about this. First, I'd like to know what this new ride innovation system is. That when they say things like that, I'm like, all right, what do you got planned?
Right.
You know, I don't know. But we're gonna have to wait and see.
All right, let's burn through some headline news here because we're getting up against the clock. Sir Elton John, Sir Tim Rice, and Beyonce, Queen Beyonce, I guess you should say, plan on collaborating on a song for the live-action Lion King movie, which would be cool. A new song, yay!
Sure.
It won't be, in my opinion, as good because his writing partner is not with him.
Right.
But I think did Tim Rice do the words on the first one? Maybe.
Yes,
I don't know. I'll have to check into that.
So.
Hey, if you're a fan of Steve Harvey, the Steve Harvey daytime show Steve is going to be doing some filming at Walt Disney World from March 9th through the 11th. That'd be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind meeting Steve Harvey. He's pretty cool. 13,000 plus pounds of clothing donations came from Walt Disney World Marathon participants.
Yeah.
And now they have the ability, because the governor signed that law, they could donate it now.
Yeah, right.
13,000 plus pounds of clothing.
Right. That's a lot.
That's a ton of stuff, but it's all cold weather stuff, so should come in handy. The Disney Channel has begun development of their live-action Kim Possible film. Who knew?
Who cared?
Are they going to bring back the Kim Possible search thing at Epcot?
I hope
and
not.
Get rid of the platypus?
I hope not.
You never know, man. Disney has a way of doing synergies like that. A brand new Magic Band from Dooney and Burke, Marvel's Black Panther, and more are coming. I've already seen the Dooney and Burke one. It's great.
Yeah.
It's California Adventure.
Mm-hmm. Comes in a little suitcase.
Yeah, the Black Panther one is awesome.
Yeah,
that movie's
nice.
just...
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah. These are all pre-printed, limited edition bands, I think.
Limited edition. Our Magic Band buddies probably already salivating over getting them.
Probably.
And then DVC increases its purchase requirement for member access to membership extras.
Yeah, so now you have to own a minimum of 70 points to get those member extras now. And
when you go in to initially buy a DVC, isn't it like 75 points is like the minimum?
No, they reduced it all the way down to 25.
So you could buy in at 25, but you don't get
any
until
perks
70.
Until you get to 70 points.
What a crock. Yeah. What a crock. We all know a trip to Walt Disney World can be very complicated, from airline tickets to dining and hotel reservations, even fast passes. But your friends at Picnic.com is here to help you organize your vacation and make it even more magical. From shared calendars to events to to-do lists and even customized shopping lists that you can share amongst every member of your family. Make sure you go to Picnic.com/getstarted to set up your account and use promo code PODPIC for 30 days of Picnic Premium for free. That's PICNIIC.com/getstarted today. And if you're a fan of the minivans, the rides are going up from $20 to $25. Yeah. And finally, the last piece of news is
everybody get your wallet out.
Disney ticket prices went up. And so will everything else. So merchandise, food. Once the Disney ticket prices go up, everything kind of follows suit. So
it's like a cascading chain reaction.
It's it literally like a bomb going off. Once one goes up, it all goes up. Yeah. You said the parking prices already stated to go up a couple bucks.
Yeah, I think they're up to 22, and preferred is 45. It's crazy.
You can park your car for $50.
You can park it here for 45, or you can park it there for 22.
Yeah,
and it's literally a white line away.
And don't you still have to ride the tram to get in?
Yeah, if it's at the I think the Magic Kingdom is the worst place to do the preferred parking.
Yeah.
If you're at Epcot or at the
Hollywood
studios,
Eh.
all right, yeah, you are a little bit closer, but
And slightly closer at Animal Kingdom.
yeah,
I mean, Animal Kingdom you can kind of walk,
right.
but if you're at the closest parking lot on the other side, you can still kind of walk.
Yeah.
And you're going to be walking all day. I don't see what the big deal is.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Is it and I know there's Disney people out there, so I don't mean to offend you, but is it really that big a deal? Just tram it and be done with it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. That's it.
That's it. I got nothing else.
I got nothing else.
Thank you guys for taking time out of your busy schedules. Make sure you find us Facebook, YouTube, Disney Parks Podcast. Make sure you find us over there. Come visit us at DisneyParksPodcast.com. And after that, my friends,
we'll see you in the parks.
The Disney Parks Podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.
Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through. One you wish upon a star, your dream